luckily, I've done a bunch of work already. We are using old dungeon plans that weren't fully fleshed out. We've got them a little more fleshed out. I've got some details. I still have hand-drawn things for the very beginning where we're starting tonight. But those details are fleshed out pretty well. I should probably draw up a little bit of it for the combat section. But after that, they go further into the dungeon here, which is the more important part of the night. So we have a bunch of, I guess, like trigger points, you can call it. Well, they're going to start at number 1, and we're just going to move our way through numbers, and then those numbers are going to translate to letters on this bottom floor. This bottom floor, we don't have anything yet, and that's probably where we're going to be spending the most time. So we've got kind of a meme at the beginning where they're going to see a long stretch of running water. One of the memes of this campaign so far is that the players got stuck trying to cross water for like 45 minutes one game. It was mostly my fault, description-wise, and just not getting the correct picture painted in everyone's minds. But they also went into a dungeon without any kind of ropes or grappling hooks. And it was just a whole shit show, and now a bit of a joke. So we have running water at the beginning and a locked door. Classic. They go in, then they have to wade through water. Then there's fighting with a couple ghouls and ghasts in the water. Difficult terrain. Some of the PCs aren't tall enough to really like even have their heads out of the water fully. So they have to deal with swimming or being carried by other players. Then we have this like ritual room with a summoning circle. I don't know yet what we're gonna summon. We'll have fun with that. I might just roll a dice and see what happens, kind of a thing. Either that or we'll do some like enormous fucking skeleton or zombie of something crazy. If they go up, they're going to go into this weird triggered scene. Just going to be like extra dimensional, where they go into kind of this like time loop where everything kind of repeats after a while. It'll be somewhat infuriating, I think. But hopefully not too much. It's not fully fleshed out, so I guess we can get to that as well. If not, we can have this replay thing happen to a certain point, and then they just get out of it with some kind of reward once they figure out the thing. Anyway, one of the least important things. They also might not be able to unlock the door, which is totally fine. Then we have this staircase, and they might skip this section altogether. They go down the staircase, they go into the room. They see this grand fresco mural across the room, which is going to foreshadow a lot of things. We have Ikoria on the left. We have, let's see what I read. With Ikoria on the left, we have airships coming out of portals, basically. Showing that airships and interdimensional travel are coming up. A set of mountains lie under that, showing that there's going to be different kinds of giants that they're probably going to have to run into. Then there's another dimension with floating islands. Then we have foreshadowing of the 7 swords, one of which is in this temple called Tear. Past that, you get to the dimension where you both have like top and bottom kind of mirroring each other, where you like go past a middle point and then gravity switches. So that's I've been wanting to go there forever. Then you get into the Abyss and the Nine Hells kind of going at each other. Then you get to a doorway that shows the city of Sigil, which is another really crazy place. So a lot of foreshadowing and whatnot. That's all in this painting. Go down 17, and then the sword Tear is on this like large copper platter. Tear is a sword that will basically cast Gate temporarily and can't be used for weeks at a time after it does that. So they could either willingly go through the gateway or get pulled in or pulled through the gateway and then have to wait many days before they can use that again and hopefully get home if they know how to use it. Or they go to another wild place and get lost interdimensionally. I don't know how far I'd let them get lost before coming home, but we can definitely have some fun with it. Gonna give them their reward early. In 18, one of the chests is a mimic. That's a bit of a meme with one of the players who's playing Show. When I first started playing D&D with him, his character at the time got killed by a mimic because he was a greedy little smurf. And then he made a indestructible character in response to that. So throwing a mimic just kind of for the meme. Room 19, I don't believe we have filled. No. Coming through, I don't have 20 or 20.1 filled yet. Coming through, we get to 21 here, which shows 4 of the 5 triomes of Ikoria. We have a caved-in area here. Don't know what 22 is going to be yet. Further stairs down, which get into this like grand catacomb area. I'm going to have this place full of traps. It's just going to be like quintessential Dungeons and Dragons dungeon kind of a place. Yeah. So, and then we're going to have it so they'll have accumulated enough wealth after this dungeon to finally level, because I am strictly enforcing that you have to accumulate gold and wealth to level up, which in theory pushes the players to go deeper into dungeons, try and do more dangerous and risky things to acquire more wealth more quickly, whether that be try and steal a dragon's hoard or bank rob the capital or like depose a king and take all his assets, kind of a thing. Fun stuff. Become pirates and just start stealing ships and then getting involved with countries trying to come after you. Fun stuff. Great plot hooks. So that's what we got planned so far. Alright, so we also skipped 9 and 10. Let's see, corner rooms 8. We got that. 10. Jam door. Okay. 10's got an orc from upstairs, basically. Mortally wounded. And down here gives a little bit of the backstory and why things are here. 12, we're going to have an Umber Hulk crawl out of the ground and attack them. 11 could just be a bit of an empty room, a little less water. Actually, let's have 11. Once one or more players walk into the room, the door's gonna shut and lock behind them. All right. Just a fun little spooky thing. All right, 19. 19's this long room. The room with frescoes. So we showed airships a few times. Maybe this could be like the hull of an air. The hull of an airship, because it portaled into solid rock, which then this was dug out of. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so let's grab this. Make it look a little bit more like a ship. We definitely do better than that. Yikes. This will be the hull of a ship. What secrets would we hide in this hull? That layer's locked, yeah. It's just empty. All right. Captain's logs and that kind of stuff could be something we could hide in there. Let's see. Sharper. Might be a little more symmetrical. Close enough. It could be pretty mundane stuff too, though. Interior of a ship's hull. Lots of rope, chains. Gray, white, and light blue powders are strewn about. Is that the right spelling? Strewn. I haven't written that out before, I don't think. Nope, that's right. Strewn about. So we could say like flour, gunpowder, and mold, basically. Like one of the three is actually relevant. Otherwise, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is all this stuff?" Or like it could be like saltpeter, flour, and whatever, like powdered clay or something. There are handholds on the ceilings, floors, and walls. All over. Because this has gone into zero gravity areas. Parts are heavily damaged. Let's see what else is in a ship. say like most of everything's kind of emptied out. Um, it's a teleportation circle, but it's broken. What is? Broken lanterns. Empty bottles. Split barrels. So I'm gonna put in a bunch of books there that if they choose to take them and they do like some kind of higher level, not just like a 0 or first level repairing spell, they could probably bring back to life. And then I'll give them like a bunch of lore. But that is something that if they want to invest the time into that, I'll make it important. If not, no big deal. This is just for scene setting. Is that how I spell illegible? Sure is. Dan. Yeah. I'm on a roll. Dozens of pages have been ripped out, and the remaining are blank. Just a good head scratcher of 19. Make it so there's little rooms too. I'm not selected on the text. Bro. Yeah. Do some kind of Door color. Back to black. Okay. Good enough. Looks kind of like a ship. Small ship, but a ship nonetheless. All right, let's pull out traps. Bust out the DM screen. Check out these traps. So we can do some really spicy ones. Force Cage and Summon Monster 7 trap. That sounds awesome. Force Cage, trapping someone inside. With a monster. That's pretty dope. I'm gonna take off one of these sweaters because my house is finally warm. Alrighty. So yeah, let's start placing traps. Force Cage Summon Monster trap. That's so good. I'm gonna put that at A. Find out what Summon Monster 8 can grab. There's a suggested monster in here. Doesn't mean it's the best one. Spells. Gotta go down to S. There we go. No, thank you. Summon Monster 8 is a pretty big deal. Summon Monster 8's a big fucking deal. Jesus. That really hurts. 7. Okay. It's not a whole lot better. Fiendish Gorillion. Sounds pretty dope. Or a Mega Raptor. Open up the good old monster manual. We can always put something horrible from one of the other monster manuals too. Like MM2 here has just vile creatures. Everything just hurts a lot. Yeah, CR13's way too much. CR9's not bad. This fucking thing. I'm also placing it like right in the middle of the players. This could accidentally kill someone. I don't necessarily want to kill them with a trap, but I definitely want to scare the shit out of them with one. Amnesu? One of these is an Amnesu. Short, stocky winged doubles that serve as guardians of the gates. Oversized, elongated head, small pig-like eyes, pug nose. Probably that thing. It's pretty hideous. Feeble-minded touch. 3 per day fireball. 1 per day sequester. I don't know what sequester does. Seventh level spell. Prevents divination from working. Invisible to any form of sight or seeing. Okay, so it is super invisible. Oh. But they're also comatose. But they have to be willing. So this thing just goes invisible until dispelled. That's a weird one. Regenerate. Secure intelligence. Immune to anything that would drain intelligence. I can summon more these fucking things. Probably that bug. Wasp-like devils, yep. Got poison, command, pyrotechnics. And can try and summon more of itself. This sounds pretty good. Sounds really mean. Pretty good though. 49 hit points. That's not gonna... AC of 21 is good though. Not gonna do too much. Hits with a touch attack, which is good. It's always going to be dealing 2d4, which isn't a whole lot, but... Spell resistance 18. Okay. Let's refresh on what the fuck spell resistance is. Probably in here as well. I just think the monster manual description of it's going to be really easy to read. Creature with spell resistance can avoid the effects of spells and spell-like abilities. Works against it. Caster level check. D20 plus caster level. Okay. This thing's going to be immune to a lot of things. SR 18. That's pretty good. They're level 7, so they got to roll 11 or higher. So they have a little less than a 50% chance of succeeding. Quicken spell-like ability. Oh, man. He can quicken fireballs. 3 of them. He's a level 14. Oh. Alright. Creature usually softens up opponents with quicken fireballs and then attacks to capture and detain. All right. I think we got our thing. I'm gonna summon one of these ugly boys. So we'll keep this page up. It's called Omnizu. One Omnizu. Not Zhao, but Zoo. Yeah. Then let's look up Force Cage. Creatures within the area are caught and contained unless they are too big to fit. 2 hours per level. Do a Bard Cage. 20-foot cube. No saving throw. Force Cage at 13th level. And that is almost impossible to see. Homotula? Let's look up at what a homotula is. I'm not even sure what a homotula is. It's probably like a demon or a devil. All right. Oh. A barb devil. Okay. That's pretty mean. AC 29. They're not going to hit that ever. Deals 3d8 plus 9 on a grapple. DR 10. A lot of resistances. Spell resistance 23. They're never going to get through. Greater teleport, hold person, scorching ray, unholy blight. Yeah, that thing's a little much. Let's see. The thing we picked is a CR7 compared to an 11, which I think is fine. Horn Devil looks like a motherfucker. Damn. Yeah, 16. Jesus. Alright. So Force Cage traps him in. Teleportation and other forms of astral travel provide a means of escape. They extend into the ethereal plane. Like a wall of force, Force Cage resists dispel, but is vulnerable to disintegrate. So if they kill the thing on the inside and their player doesn't die, they still have to wait all day for this thing to dispel. Okay. Ruby Dust. So... Oop. So we'll use that to describe it. into the room. It's like a 32 search. Yeah, search 32, disable 32. From ceiling. Let's make sure we know what summon monster looks like too. Okay, so it cannot summon other demons. Okay. Tiny bag and a small handle. Okay. So. Okay. Trap door. Wow, I cannot type. I think that's just the theme. I don't think I've ever been able to type. Small burlap bag falls from a trap door. Also in the ceiling. All right. So that's A. What else do we have? Everett's Black Tentacles is just an absolute motherfucker. We can put that somewhere. We can also shift other rooms from upstairs into other things. Should probably introduce traps earlier. We put a trap in room 9. What kind of trap are we gonna do? Water-filled room? I mean, we kind of have that. Maybe that's why there's water everywhere as well. It's fairly central. It doesn't quite work with how everything else is laid out though. Lightning bolt trap. Spiked blocks from the ceiling. Whirling poison blades. Oh, that's right. I want to put a room that's just like full of poisons, like a poison lab. We will put the poison lab in Q. Poison lab. So inside is going to be worth of supplies. And then it's also going to have 5d4 of random poisons. DMG like 297. I was just looking at it earlier. There we go. Yep, 297. Cool. I like the spike blocks. Let's put that in. Let's put that in T. Search 24, disable 20. Relatively empty room with 4 other doors. There's 5 doors total. T, yeah, 4 other doors. What's some other cool shit? So our one player doesn't want to build a fucking homunculus. Oh, that's it. We can, we made a thing from Calder Vega, that we were hoping they would run into, but they ended up not running into it. We can just pull it back in. It's just the map. It's the map. Just the map. Man, I hope I have that written in the binder. If that's the case, it's a really easy reference. Hmm. Creation myth. Memory. Or creation myth. I needed to create a calendar too. Oh man. It's real. Intelligent mace. Notes. Super old map. EQ. Political tales. Also, doubt it's going to be in the stack. Mew. World map. Where? Earth. I feel like I made it in a Photoshop. See, is it in this? Let's check the old 5. God. Ooh, I do have summer replay. I have none of replay. The replay scenario is not... I mean, it could be as silly as, like, the stairs never end and they just constantly walk up until they start, like, becoming exhausted. And then they have to walk all the way back down and get exhausted again. Or, like, further progress their exhaustion. Where the hell could I have written that? It's not here. That is a shame. I vaguely remember what it was. I believe it was the pulverizer and the other thing in MM2 here. One of the automatons. These fucking things. Pulverizer and hammerer. It was probably a hammerer, like a welder on it, basically. Okay. Yeah, so let's put that. Which room are we looking at? You? Yeah, that could work. A workshop. Diagrams. Partially constructed. I don't want to call it an automaton. I guess we could. An egg-like shape. Hammer. Torch welder. Multi-tool. Liquid tools. Fluid tools. Just trying to think of like the crafts and what they would want. Claw hand, just to hold things. So any smithing would want the hammer and the claw hand, the torch and the claw hand. The point is like you basically get one, maybe two nice attachments and a claw hand. So it's going to be a very like fine purpose. That's going to be like a weird like tractor beam kind of hand. Just like floats things above it. Probably can like manipulate it without actually touching it. It's like real sensitive work kind of a deal. I'm trying to get her to bite on having a goddamn automaton or multiple. Like she could really use it as an artificer. Let's look at more traps. Did we finish the spike trap? Spike trap. I don't think I spelled relatively. Okay. C. Large throne room. Either side of a long walkway to the throne. We can give him ghosts. Deal with ghosts in here. I have no idea what to put in B. Jokes, I know exactly what to put in B. A giant dragon skeleton. Like a Game of Thrones-y kind of deal. For get the music back going. Do with that. we gonna poorly draw a dragon skeleton? Be like 3 triangles on top of one another. Okay. Just gotta gradually get bigger. Bone-like. It's real hard to see against gray, though. That's better. It's bone-like enough. Boom. Bunch of rectangles. Come on. We don't have time. Coming close to game time. Alright. Looks like a dragon. Say it's a huge dragon. Huge dragon skeleton. Knowledge nature or maybe like the plains. Cool. I fucking hate this. I think the DMG just fucks it up. Knowledge. Arcana. Make it pretty high. We'll say it's a red dragon. Why not? Yeah. So huge. Could be a mature adult. You can just say adult. Dead adult. Wearing a spiky crown. I don't know why I put a parenthesis there. All right. Room D. Going into a caved in room E. See if we drew anything. This is all dragon. I did not draw anything. We can just put another chest at the end of E. Inside the chest, we can put 4012 times 100. Or to 4800. Average being like 2000 something. They got to figure out the cave in to get to that on the other side. F. F, 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 F. F's in the chat for F. You can fill F with water. Kind of just working on like a whole full circle kind of thing. Locked. Low DC. Rushing water sounds. G is a real long one. Let's look at more traps. And like easy. Poison needle on the door. Search 22, disable 17. Should reference these. CR10. How do I spell sarcophagus? I was never going to get that right. Um, inside we'll just have undead, but undead that can do things because they're intelligent. Ooh, they can go against a gargoyle or a couple. That'd be fun. Get undead to throw them. I know mummies are a motherfucker. Alright. Fuck off. Yeah, mummies can take levels. C20 is rough. R5 flat. It's despair. Mere sight of a mummy. 16 will save or be paralyzed in fear. Ooh. Yeah, we can put a mummy. Mummy that's partially a cleric. And we'll just use part of the spell list. Alright, still got a few more rooms. Still got 20. Gotta describe 21. Room with various branches, or various halls branching off from it. 4 of the larger rooms connected. Each seem to have a small, unique ecosystem. Within them. Um, 22. We put in 22. Put a pit trap in it. Library. Bookshelves. Pit trap the entire interior. Search 20, disable, 20. CR, what does that, 4? Yeah. CR 3. Have been charred and scorched. So that's 22. 20 and 20.1. Big sleeping quarters. To the party. White clean and dust free. 4 beds. Side. The 20.1. 20. We'll make that 20. Kind of hinting that there was some like massive disaster or accident that had happened inside, or elemental plane of fire was opened up or something like that. Okay. 23 I'm gonna keep open. So in that case, I think I can actually move things around. I'll get rid of 20.1. I'll make that 23. Which looks a lot less dumb. We'll just take this. What should 24 be?
Shit, we have game in 15 minutes. H. We'll just put a lock on it for now. Put a lock that can't open. Room D can be a room full of portraits and paintings. That doesn't make sense, not for water. D will be a kitchen. H. Just a hindrance. Jammed doors. Strength of 20 to open it. They will always shut and jam, unless propped open. Inside of I. I feel like we should put something really dangerous inside of I. Necrotic shambling mounds. We're gonna use a shambling mounds, but it's gonna be like black and stinky and moldy. Black slimy vines. Various deep purple flowers. J. Portraits of noble figures whose eyes watch you as you pass. Just keep creeping them out. K, where is K? K is this big room. K connects to N. A dark, evil-looking thing to a demonic deity of some sort. Blood had been splattered everywhere. Okay. L and M. Of stone blocks. Partially carved statues. And finished statues of humanoids. Gargoyles. And demonic beasts. In M. Oh, we could show that like this is where the stone came from. Small cave-in. The far corner. And then long hallway with repeated scratch marks. Along the length of the floor. So basically just showing that like things were dug up in O, dragged through N, into K, into L, where they were carved. M, workshop of stone carving tools. Animate object scrolls. And an unfinished clay golem. What should we put in P? P, R, S, B, W. Gas chamber. It's fucked up. In floors and ceilings. R, red light shimmering at the far ends. We'll make a spot 17. Ooh, 8 minutes. Spot 17, it is a giant ruby. 8,000 gold. On a marble display. Spot 25. Scorch marks. Along the bottom edges of the walls. Basically flamethrower traps. I'm sure there's something like that. Lightning bolt, flame strike. That sounds pretty good. That sounds good. Let's see. Where was that? Okay. Flamethrower trap. Search 23. Disable 20. 44 fire per turn or 6 turns. One turn off, then reset. All right, S. And we also have W, X, and Y. Ooh, we're getting close to game time. We got 5 minutes. Running out of inspired ideas. We missing any others? We have 9. 9 can be empty. It's no big deal. S, there needs to be something. W, there doesn't have to be something. That's a CR6. Wide mouth pit trap. It's in what, L? No, that's in 22. We might just have to come up with stuff in downtime if we get to it. Or we'll end the session there before they get out. I think that's a lot for what we've got, for what it is. Save these lists. I think I have tear written down. Item. Oh, that's right. We were going to give him some deep. Yeah, tear. Silvered one. Okay. We're good. All right. We have game in 1 minute. I will see you all there, and we'll see how this whole dungeon plays out. This is only the second dungeon we've done, but we'll see how it goes.